John Finlayson of Finleyson, 1772–1854, was a disciple of Richard Brothers. Finlayson was born in Scotland in 1770. His descendants make him the second son of Colonel John Hamilton in Finlay, who married, about 1765, Lady Elizabeth Mary Alexander, eldest sister of the last Earl of Stirling. He was originally a writer at Cupar, Fife, and removed thence to Edinburgh. His relations with brothers, which began in 1797, are detailed in the article on that enthusiast. He printed at Edinburgh a couple of pamphlets before repairing to London. In London he was in considerable practice as a house agent. Brothers led him to change the spelling of his name, by telling him his ancestors had some fine leys of land granted them for deeds of valour. Brothers, who died 1824 in Finlayson's house at Marylebone, made it his dying charge to his friend that he should write against a rival genius, Bartholomew Prescot of Liverpool. This Finlayson did, describing Prescot's system of the universe very correctly as a misapprehended, mistaken, elaborate performance, or book. Single quote. Publications. He printed a variety of pamphlets, reiterating Brothers' views, and developing his own peculiar notions of astronomy, for which he claimed a divine origin. The heavenly bodies were created, he thinks, partly to amuse us in observing them. The earth he decides to be a perfect sphere, not shaped like a garden turnip, as the Newtonians make it. The sun is a created body, very different from anything we can make here below. The stars are oval-shaped immense masses of frozen water, with the largest ends foremost. Single quote. Finlayson printed an admonition to the people of all countries in support of Richard Brothers. 8 vo. Dated Edinburgh, the 7th of September, 1797. The same book, second, containing the restoration of the Hebrews to their own land. 8 vo. Dated Edinburgh, the 27th of January, 1798. An essay, and c. 8 vo. On Dan. XII. 7. 1112. Dated London, the 2nd of March, 1798. An essay on the first resurrection, and on the commencement of the blessed 1,000 years. 8 vo. Dated London, the 14th of April, 1798. The Universe as It Is. Discovery of the 10 tribes of Israel and their restoration to their own land. 1832. 8 vo. God's Creation of the Universe. 1848. 8 vo. Contains some of his letters to the authorities respecting his claims on Brothers' estate. Mason and Prescott were angry at this publication, but Finlayson had a dream and vision to Brothers, approving all he had done. The 7 seals of the Revelations. Single quote. The Last Trumpet, and c. 1849. 8 vo. Incorporates no. 7. There are several supplements, the latest dated the 21st of February, 1850. Also 9 large sheets of the ground plan of the New Jerusalem, with its 56 squares, 320 streets, 4 temples, 20 colleges, 47 private palaces, 16 markets, and c. and 12 sheets of views of its public buildings. All these executed by Finlayson for Brothers. The original copperplates were in the hands of Beaufort, whose price for a set of the prints was 38l. Finlayson's pamphlets are scarce. He deposited his stock with Mason, after whose death it was destroyed. Personal life. He married, in 1808, Elizabeth Ann, d. 1848, daughter of Colonel Basil Bruce, d. 1800, and had 10 children. His eldest son, Richard Brothers Finlayson, who took the name of Richard Beaufort, was a photographer at Galway, where he died on the 17th of December, 1886. Aged 75. Old age and death. Finlayson was reduced in extreme and widowed age to a parish allowance of 3s. 60 weekly, supplemented by 5s. From Busby, in whose house brothers had lived from 1806 to 1815. Prescott and John Mason, a brushmaker, though a disciple of brothers, refused to assist him. He died on the 19th of September, 1854, and was buried in the same grave as brothers at St. John's Wood. This article incorporates text from a publication now in the public domain. Finleyson, John. Dictionary of National Biography. London. Smith, Elder & Co. 1885 to 1900.